Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me today. As always, it's great to come back at you with a brand new video. Now, before we do go into today's video, I want to give a big shout out to all you guys that are supporting over on the FYM Patreon. If you want to come over and support, just come to the link in the description down below. Now, I did have a band over from Leeds in the UK hit me up over on Instagram. Now, this band is called GoDeth. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Their latest music video they have to release is called FleshMonger. Did come out, I think it was like a couple of days ago, which I was meant to do a little bit sooner, but I've been a little bit busy. But we're going to get down to it. Now, the UK death metal groove band. So this could be quite an interesting one for me. Normally, metalcore is generally my go-to, but occasionally you will delve into the more sort of heavier, extremer sides of things, and sometimes I might enjoy it, sometimes I might not. But big shout out to the boys for getting in touch. Really do appreciate you guys getting on the line. What the hell, just getting out to me, man. Do appreciate it. But let's check it out. As I said, this one is called FleshMonger. No idea what to expect with this one, but let's just jump straight into it. Here we go. Good start, lads. Oh, yeah. Loving that snare sound. Ooh. Man, this is cool. Not what I expected at all. Yeah, boys. Bringing it with him, blast. The building is. All right. Mom. This is when you get the fucking pits and like the walls of death and get ready to fucking die. These boys have got some solid grooves. Oh, yes. Yes, lads. All right, guys, so that was GoDeth and that was FleshMonger. Now, this actually delivered completely in an area that I wasn't expecting to. Is anytime I see like death metal in a title, always makes me quite worried because death metal as a standard generally isn't something which I always go for. But I did find this one to because purely because it's got that groove metal element in it. I do feel there's lots of elements within this that I enjoy. So for instance, in terms of the timings from one riff to another, you'll get that time change where it goes into more of a not necessarily beat down, but it just goes directly into the groove of the riff, which I always really enjoy. Because if anything's usually like solid blast beats and it's going on for quite a long period of time, that generally does lose my interest. But I didn't find this happening with this song. So this band have got a very, very raw sound. I do really like that. I think the vocals were absolutely spot on for this particular type of music, and everything within it did keep me interested. And the lyrics were certainly another thing which we will go on to. But the one thing that's find interesting in this particular genre is when you get that build up. Normally, I'd expect it to go straight into dirty little breakdown, and it's sort of it continued on to something else, and that's always one thing I like to I don't always know whether to prepare myself, so it leaves me ready for the unexpected, which I did really dig with this one. Like the fact that they use live footage for this, it's always really cool to see that, and a band from the UK as well. It's always nice to see something from my own like home soil. Granted, I'm not exactly the closest to Leeds, but I'm not exactly the furthest away from Leeds. They're in the Yorkshire. We're in the Lancashire. Let's not get into that topic, shall we, lads? That's always the thing between Yorkshire and Lancashire. But I thought it was really, really cool. Very, very raw production. And I don't mean that in terms of unfinished or unpolished at all. I think they've got the sound that these boys want to have. And doing this particular sort of music can usually be quite difficult to get that sound in, basically making it sound so it's the sound crap. Because these sort of bands will either they'll sound really shit or it'll actually sound good, and this did sound really, really good. I did really, really enjoy this one. Now, when I dived into the lyrics, this is certainly a little bit of a brutal one. So, with the title being Fleshmonger, I do think this song is actually about somebody that could possibly be a soldier that has been to war, and they've been left with all of the sort of visions that a person would see going to that. Because there's a line in it that says, "Can you raise an eye to the gods? Can you smell the rot?" I can, and it fucking haunts me. So that would lead me to believe that maybe this song is about a soldier that's seen some really, really shocking sights. But if you dived into the lyrics, go and have a look in the lyrics, man. There's some really, really interesting stuff in here. It's one of these where it's like it's a really, really quite an intense band for somebody that's not. If I took like there's people that I know that delve ever so slightly into sort of heavier music, but not quite as going in as heavy as this. And this would probably scare them a little bit, but this doesn't scare me. I really find music like this interesting, certainly when it comes down to the lyrics as well. But I'll definitely be interested to see more coming from this band. It delivered in a way that I didn't expect at all, and I'm really glad that I did end up enjoying it, because there's nothing worse for me than having to do a review for someone that's been so kind to reach out, send me all of the bits and pieces that I need, like logos and everything, which the band did. Again, big up, lads. You did an absolute solid job of everything you provided me. It's more than I could ask for, to be perfectly honest, so thank you very much. But go and check out these guys if you're not already following them. Go and follow them on all their socials, get them added to your playlist. I'd really, really appreciate you supporting the lads, as I'm sure they will. But do please let me know what you thought in the comments. As always, I'll be back in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.